welcome to the Glucksman Gallery here on the grounds of UCC. We're about to go inside and meet with iPhone photographer Brendan O'Shea. Brendan's image was chosen by Apple to be part of their iPhone 6 campaign and can now be seen on billboards in cities including Milan and Tokyo. So we're going to go in and find out more about Brendan and hopefully learn some tips and tricks along the way. Brendan, you're becoming a very, very successful mobile photographer. For the people at home, can you explain what is mobile photography?
It's photography, but it's done with a mobile device like an iPhone or any smartphone. And that's the thing about mobile photography is that everything is done on one device so that you can shoot on it, you can edit the image, and you can share it on lots of different platforms, which immediately will go up on the internet. So it allows you to share it on a global scale, I suppose.
And now tell us, how did you go from, I suppose, learning photography to begin with, to having your pictures on billboards in Milan and Tokyo?
I had a camera before that probably was sitting in a drawer, unused, except if I went on holidays or for a special occasion, to a situation where I had a camera in my pocket 24/7. So I became much more aware of the photographic opportunities, and I was shooting much more on a daily basis. And because of that, I became a better photographer. In 2014, I got the iPhone 6, already had the iPhone 5 and progressed to the 6, and I was in Copenhagen. I got a photograph with the iPhone, posted it on Flickr. Somebody representing Apple contacted me that they were interested in using the photograph. 3 months later, got a phone call from them saying that the following Monday, the photograph was going live on billboards and posters in 70 cities worldwide. And it was incredible, didn't believe it at all.
And tell us about the other competitions that you've entered and won.
That photograph that Apple chose won the Mira Mobile Prize, which is another international mobile photography competition. And then the Cannes Golden Lions, which are international advertising awards, and it won first place in that. It also won a Clio Award in New York. Another photograph that I took in Tokyo with the iPhone, it has won 5 different competitions. So I've had a lot of good fortune.
Now, as well as being a lecturer in UCC, you've already started off workshops in iPhone photography. You had one just yesterday. How did it go?
It's fantastic that we had it here in the gallery in the Glucksman. There were 15 people came to it.
We're going to take a walk around the gallery and we're going to go outside, and you're going to give me some tips in mobile photography. Can you tell me some of the things that we're going to be looking at?
Probably look at compositional elements like focus, how to focus on the particular area of the photograph that you want, and maybe to give balance to a photograph, to achieve maybe things that are called depth of field. We'd look at exposure, lighting, and maybe things like that to draw the viewer's eyes into the image, like leading lines and simple things like that. I was saying I like to visit art galleries and come in and look at the art, of course, but sometimes that I like to get shots of people looking at it, to give a different perspective in that. Like the way I'm framing this here, you see like the rule of thirds, so you're over to the right hand side of the image. I'm making sure that I'm getting all the photographs into frame, and click, and we have it. That if you were center on the image, you see that it probably would dominate it and maybe a bit too
jarring.
Yeah. So I was noticing earlier on when we were looking at the work down here that there's this painting is of people looking at art in a gallery, so it's a bit like what we were doing upstairs. The blonde girl in the painting, and your blonde hair as well, looking up at it. I think it's kind of a nice match with the image that is there. Like when I come in here, what I like a lot is the reflections that you see here, particularly if the sun is shining, and you have the strip light there that is, casts great reflections and great shots to get. Great. So maybe we'll try to get 1 or 2 of those.
And do you think that it's important to understand all of the different aspects of what goes into a photograph?
From my own experience, like that, I'm a self-taught photographer, and for me a lot of these things come instinctively. And I think that if you're sometimes if you're aware of all of these things together, there can be too many things that you're considering when you're trying to create an image. And I think images, very come down that you just want to get something which tells a story or conveys an emotion or things like that. So it's to be aware of it is good, but not to be over aware of it, I think. Like that.
And what do you see for the future of mobile photography?
I think that it may lose the label mobile, because I think photography has always been mobile. You can always pick up a camera and move. And I think that the lines between the quality of traditional DSLR cameras and mobile cameras just keep on improving, I think.
Do you think that the profession of photography then will become less defined as more and more everyday people can get that shot?
It may do, but I think that, you know, in like everything, I think the cream will rise to the top, and I think that there will be people who will specialise in it, and I think that, you know, they'll always be in demand. I think that, you know, the popularity of photography at the moment is unprecedented. That may, you know, in future years, it may not be as popular as it is now, because I think it's the zeitgeist now that everybody has a camera, everybody is a photographer, but I think that, you know, people will still want to make a professional career out of it, and I think that there will be the need for people who are able to do it on a professional, you know, level and basis like that.
Many of you watching probably have cameras on your phones, so I hope that this feature has encouraged you to take them out and give it a go.